And Cully Stimson, senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation and former U.S. attorney for violent crime, joins us now. I imagine that in a way you're, one, glad and relieved, but also kind of frustrated because you knew there was a problem and it was difficult to try to get these things done. This is now the results. We have 1,007 arrests, 101 guns seized, 6 known gang members have been arrested, 2 missing children have been recovered. That's incredible. And 49 homeless encampments cleansed. And Cully, your thoughts as D.C. residents start to grapple with the realization that crime is not something that they had to live with.
Right. And that's why I've been raising the alarm bells for years about this, Dana. When I saw it firsthand when I was in the U.S. Attorney's Office. Look, D.C. residents, especially in the tough parts of town, deserve public safety, but they haven't been getting it at all. There's a culture of lawlessness in this town. The Washington Post and others have been anesthetized to violence. They just assume it's going to happen. So thank God Trump and Pirro are in there fighting, and they're on very solid legal ground deploying the National Guard in D.C. In other cities, that could be tougher.
And Cully, we hear from certain politicians that they're against this crackdown. They say it's all a political stunt. But when you get on the ground and you talk to the real people living out there, they're giving it a big thumbs up. Take a listen.
Well, I'm glad they're cracking down on crime. That's all I can say.
I feel a lot safer, so I'm actually really happy.
I feel like the nation's finally becoming safe again with this, so it's nice that he has our backs and he's protecting us.
I think extra security is always a good thing, especially in the metro.
I mean, if you got crime, you need police, you need extra protection out there. I don't have a problem with it.
And Cully, those right there are the opinions that matter.
Right. And Bill, you know from your outstanding reporting in L.A. when Gascon was the rogue prosecutor, that folks in South Central, folks in Watts, they deserve their public safety, just like people across the river in Anacostia and the tough parts of town in D.C. They're the ones negatively most impacted by violent crime. They know who the criminals are in their areas. They know who the criminals are on their city block. And yet people have turned a blind eye to that and assume that it's okay. So when you have white elite liberals on the city council and white elite liberals in Northwest and the rich parts of town acting like this is an over abuse of power, they've never even been to Anacostia. They've never even been to South Central. They don't even know what the hell's going on down there.
And that might also be said for, the the Illinois governor who was in Chicago yesterday saying, look, everything's fine while he was with his security detail. I do have a question, though, because I know when Judge Pirro took over as the U.S. attorney there, one of the issues is that it's a little bit understaffed. Maybe that's an understatement. And so you have all of these arrests. Can the prosecutions keep pace?
No. But she'll do her best. They're down about 90 prosecutors. This is an office of 330 prosecutors, or should be. It's down 90 prosecutors. They have hardly any DA investigators in their office. Most DA investigator offices should have a 2 prosecutor to 1 investigator. They have a 100-to-1 ratio here. And then you have the D.C. Superior Court, where 90% of the crimes are tried, and you have a bunch of liberal judges who let people out all the time. So there is a systemic rot in D.C. This is a good start. I applaud the president. I applaud Pirro. I applaud the National Guard's men and women who are doing their job. But you have a wholesale revision of the system that needs to happen.
And Cully, we don't have time to play the sound, but real quick, I'm not sure if you saw yesterday, a speaker at the DNC got on stage and said that Democrats should worry about bigger things than carjackings and migrant crime, which she said Americans really don't care about. 20 seconds left. Your final thoughts on making a comment like that they would platform someone who says that.
Exactly what you would expect from a Soros stooge at the Vera Justice Institute. Pathetic.
Well, hey, you know what? Cully, you can do that in 10 seconds or less.
Yeah.
Just like name that tune. Thank you so much. Great to have you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.